What's good? What's good, people? What's going on? What's going on? We're gonna get to it real quick. I talk about the new $40 million a year for 4 years that Nike giving to the black community. We're gonna talk about the ins and outs of what that really means. Hold on one second. What's good? What's good, guys? What's going on? We're gonna give it a minute. My boy gonna come on. Let's see. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, trying to add. Oh, got you. Got you. Come on in. Join in. You got it? What's good? What's good?
Peace, peace. What's up, family? How you doing, man? What's good?
Chilling, chilling. Over here.
All right, all right.
Raining over here in Connecticut. Same old, same.
Yeah, raining over here in New York too, man.
Yep, yep. For some reason, I thought she was in New York. I mean, North Carolina. For some reason,
I,
I don't know why.
I sound like I'm from North Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It ain't
Oh
nothing wrong with
shit.
that. It ain't nothing wrong with that.
Oh,
For real.
okay.
But yeah, man. Yeah, let's talk about it. We wanted to, conversating about the new deal, the new thing that Nike is giving uh, the black community on is a 4 year deal for $40 million. I guess the fight against what you call that? The fight against inequality and stuff like that, in that point, and fighting against there's certain things. I really don't know what it means when they say they're giving $40 million. So, what's your perspective of that?
Yeah, I just read that. You just sent it to me.
Right, right.
My perspective is that that money is going to Black Lives Matter,
Oh,
which is I don't know if I can say the word lesbian on your thing, but
right,
it's a alternative. Black
right.
Lives Matter is an alternative lifestyle group.
Yeah, yeah.
That money's going, yeah, that money is going to all of them. But that money is not gonna. The average person is not gonna see a dime of that.
Absolutely. I'm act-
And you also heard. I'm about to cut you off. You also heard Jordan
That's right.
is supposed to give. Jordan is supposed to give 100 million over 10 years,
Right.
and that money also is going to them white organizations.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of a symbolic gesture,
Absolutely.
just to say that they're doing something.
Absolutely. Oh, my bad. Yeah, it was.
All good.
It was a situation where it says Nike, Jordan, and Converse. It was about a deal for Nike, Jordan, and Converse. They both split in that deal, I suppose, in three ways. 40 million, 40 million a year for, again, I don't know what do that really apparently mean. I'm actually gonna look it up.
Well, if you read it, it says to education
Yeah, yep,
and
yep, yep.
organizations. Education meaning maybe college grants and all that, which is not going to help the average. Even that education don't teach you nothing about what a black man need in his life, and all black teach you how to be a worker.
Right.
So a cop is going to send money to get you educated and send money to them cross gender organizations.
Exactly.
That's that's all it's doing.
So, so
So they
exactly.
like,
It's going to be it's something. What let me say. It says uh, the 40-minute commitment over the next 4 years to support Black community in the U.S. on behalf of Nike, Jordan, and Converse brands collectively. This commitment will be forced on investing in and supporting organizations that put
yes.
social justice, education and addressing racial inequality in America at the center of their work. I mean,
Yes, like I told you ago.
yeah, yep.
Like I was telling you, organizations, Black Lives Matter, and then education, college degree. That's it. There's money. They might as well flush that money down the toilet
Yeah,
because it's not going to benefit people like me or you or your children or your nieces and nephews.
right.
So it's a scam. It's like a tax write-off. Just to say they're doing something.
And absolutely. And the money, and I think they're trying to do what the NFL done about 3-4 years ago, what Malcolm Jenkins did, as you know, and him and what's the name was having a gripe about that. I guess they was mad because he got the deal before Nike could think of it. Because you know, Nike is the big handlers of 90% of these athletes. Oh, you know, so so when what's name? I guess they did the same thing with the NFL brand. They did the same thing. I think it was 80 million a year or something like that for the same thing. I'm gonna look that up as well. But as I'm looking that up, what was it determined? Like the things that the black community done for Nike all these years.
yeah.
That's like that's chump change. We spend 40 million probably a day on Nike.
Yeah, you see that the video I did.
Yep.
You know, Nike. That was like, yo, if you didn't have a pair of Nikes on, you wasn't even accepted by black people.
Mm-hmm.
So we done turned them into billionaires, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Their kids is private jet money, man. So that's a slap in the face, and then they're not even giving none of it back. Black Lives Matter is, you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an organization that's ran by a bunch of females that, you know, they bought and paid for by George Soros.
Oh, absolutely. I was listening to get off topic for a second. I was listening to what's the guy's name? The Pharaoh. What's the guy? Pharaoh something. YouTube.
Yeah, Young Pharaoh.
Yeah, his latest one, and he was talking about George Soros and how it's being documented that he's paying these different entities to cause havoc on the different, what you call that, the different neighborhoods and stuff like that, with all them bricks and all this other stuff. I forgot specifically what was the people that he's paying.
My son.
Say it again. I know it's
my son.
No, oh, my son too, but this wasn't.
My son is being paid by Soros.
Oh, absolutely. Just
and that lady Tamika something.
Yep, absolutely. And what I try to tell people, Nike is the same thing as George Soros. They're in cahoots. A friend of mine was telling me the other day how Nike is doing all this stuff with the social, the you know, to the what they call it, the SGAs or whatever it's called, the social justice movement, whatever, SGM, and how he's getting them to talk about different things that hit on Donald Trump so much about the whole ordeal on that. Meaning he's letting them because Donald Trump want Nike to come to America, the brand, so people in the United States can work for them. But again, with all those sweatshops and stuff like that, that's going on over there, it's cheaper to keep them overseas in a third, fourth world country. What did you hear about?
Definitely.
Yeah. What's your take on that?
That makes a lot of sense because, you know, they could pay somebody, them Chinese people, $5 a month. Instead, over here, to manufacture them sneakers over here, you're looking at least $15, $16 an hour.
Absolutely.
So you're talking about way less revenue for the company. So that's a lot of these companies want to outsource. Majority of them did. You call up AT&T, the customer service is in the Philippines.
Yep, yep.
You know, you call up Uber. You know, I used to drive for Uber Eats. You call them up. You know, they're in the Philippines.
Yes.
You call up.
Yeah.
So you know these companies, yeah, because Trump is an American nationalist.
Right.
You know, a lot rather when people believe, you know, the nationalist thing doesn't really benefit black people, but you know, I guess it can give more of us jobs. But he's an old school American nationalist.
Right.
While meanwhile, these corporations have basically abandoned America, and they don't care. They just want to make money,
Yeah.
use America to sell their products
Exactly.
because America got the biggest consumers in the world.
Mm-hmm. And that's exactly right. Right. Because again, you gotta think of it. None of these athletes never come out on you know, people like George Soros. You know, these entertainers come out with these these people charging their particular communities so much money all the time, effing us over. You know, it's like
Yeah.
who you really running with. And my whole problem is why in the hell we look at these athletes and these entertainers as leaders when they work for the brands like Nike and, you know, Jordan and the Amazons and stuff like that. So people like Trump, as a nationalist as he is, an old school nationalist as he wants more jobs coming in. He's not going to, as maybe you're more articulate than I am when it comes, especially when it comes to this degree of things to talk about when it comes to the politics. As I saw, which you know, which when you always talk about, what's his name, with Obama, his case, all these different entities loved him because he was taking what you call all the big
kickbacks.
To other countries. He was taking a bunch of them to other countries, and no one, you know, no one said anything. No one said anything about all this different stuff. And why do you think some of this stuff occurs?
The outsourcing, basically, you know, like I said, it's more money for the companies to make. And if you're aware that the United States is not really a country, it's a conglomerate of corporations.
Right.
So all of these politicians are bought and paid for. So if you remember Obama's election, he made healthcare mandatory.
Right.
Because the people in his pockets were from the healthcare industry. And also he made gay marriage legal because the people that were also heavy homosexuals. So it's the money controls them. If you look at the Iraq War, Afghanistan War, that was for the oil companies and for the pharmaceutical companies. Trump has this nationalist thing going. He's already a billionaire, so you don't really see him moving that much as compared to the previous presidents.
Absolutely, and I always think that this world is controlled by the liberals. Especially Europe, and it's beginning to be controlled by in the United States as well. No, and I was talking about this on my I'm on that YouTube a lot now. I got a couple of videos that I put up for the last about 5 days, 6 days. I've been putting up a lot of videos trying to catch up to you. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while, but I'm gonna catch up. I got you. But what I'm trying to say is it's a lot of things occurring with, like, we in this mindset that we don't want to think nothing but emotions. And it's not just black people, to be honest with you. I'm saying it like just liberal people in general. It's like nobody don't want to talk about real change. People want to just have a whole bunch of emotions. Nobody want to talk about, you know, as we talk all the time, rational thinking, actually, you know, coming up with a plan and doing what is supposed to be done. Everybody's about just getting attention, and it's like high school.
Yeah,
It,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's like high school.
Yo, you right, yo.
You know.
You're right, yo. That's definitely the truth, man. It's not just black people. This is an emotional based thinking society.
Mm-hmm.
This is why the elites can run laps on people, man.
Yep.
Because nobody, even the whole Black Lives Matter organization, what is their logical objective? Nobody knows. You go into any of them crowds and you say, "Oh, yo, what's the plan, yo?"
What's up?
Nobody knows. They just screaming. You got signs in their hand, and they cursing and they pushing. This is why we went so long without getting any kind of real change at the legislative, section of society.
Yep.
Because it's always emotion based. They kill Trayvon, people get emotionally raged.
Yep.
They kill Mike Brown, emotions. Kill George Floyd. Because their leaders, who have George Soros in them, they don't tell them,
Yeah.
yo, just go out there, just go protest. They don't tell them, yo, we want, the Black Protection Act or something, for example, where if you shoot a black person, you get 25 years in jail.
Mm-hmm.
They need some kind of legislation, man.
Yeah.
Citizen Protection Act, or, I even heard a white Democrat the other day. He was saying something about where civilians could sue law enforcement directly. Stuff. See, that's talking about tangibles at that point right there, man.
Absolutely.
Because the white man don't, white society at the higher levels, they don't move on emotions, man.
They don't.
That legislation, yeah.
And that's the biggest problem. And I always gripe on with others. They said, "Well, we have to do something." No, you have to have a plan.
Yes.
When I was listening to what's his name, David Banner. He did like a 5-minute video. I don't know if you saw it today. It came out today, and he was just talking about how what's his name, how Drew Brees is not somebody you should be, forgetting about the plan. You're forgetting about the plan when you let everybody come in your way. He said what he said. That's his opinion. Will you want him to lie to you?
Yes.
And that's what we do. Emotional people want to be lied to. It's like most women I know, they could say what they want. Most women want to be lied to. They don't.
But that's female nature.
Yeah, that's female nature. They don't want to know real stuff. I've rarely met a woman that really wants to be told the truth to.
I never met one.
You know what I'm saying?
Even down to family.
Yeah.
You got a woman in your family make some food. She don't want you to tell her it don't taste good.
Yeah.
You better say it tastes good.
You better say it tastes good. And that's how a lot of these emotional, feminine, spirited males are.
Men.
I say males. You say males too. I heard you say males a couple times. But
it's true. It's true.
Yeah. And so this is like, let's work on. See, the problem is we try to do 3 things at one time, and we can't even do that one thing at one time. And we're not focused on that. So why are you trying to do 3 things? If you're going to be focused on something, if you really want change, first, I believe you got to look, like I said today in my live, you got to look in the mirror and you got to say, what am I doing wrong? What do I need to change in my life? And if you have a family, you got to say, hopefully, if a young brother going to listen to this, make sure you're ready before anything. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your mind is right. But what I'm saying is, like, you have to be organized. We don't want to be organized because we've been led by other entities. Just like how black, I say lesbian matter, black, just like black lesbian matter is about.
Yeah.
How they control by the woman. They can control by the homosexual, and they've been controlled by the liberal woman. You know what I'm saying? And the simp, if you want to call it. Everybody emotional. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just emotional.
That's why all they do is march until their feet hurt.
Yeah, and what do you think? Like, what do these people need to understand? If you want to change the young man, especially the young black boy, in his way of thinking, what do you do? What do you do? You let the people know.
Um,
Yeah.
shit.
What's your
Like I
tactic?
said, man, it's hard because women choose the man, and they can leave the man at any time and put you out of the kid's life. So a woman can't raise a man to be a father, be a man. So you got weak male energy. A lot of times her brothers is a bunch of gangbangers themselves. They see him, he coming over to his sister's house, which is their mother. He rolling up weed. Yo, you want to smoke? You want to smoke, nephew? Nephew, 12 years old.
Yeah.
So it starts with the woman, and she chooses who's gonna plant that seed. And the white man made it so convenient that she could literally get pregnant by a man on Friday, and then put him on child support while she's pregnant,
Yeah,
and just
that happened.
apply for Section 8,
Hmm.
go four states over,
Yep.
and now you a single mother and you're raising this boy, and it's crazy, man. So I think it starts with the fathers in the life. I was going to do a video called Fatherless Black America,
Hmm.
and show where this lack of masculinity is creating gang culture and promiscuous women.
Oh, absolutely, big time. I,
Yeah,
we say it all
yeah,
the time. Brothers like us say this all the time. It's gonna whatever's going to change in the black family household is actual real high level thinking, providing and protecting men. That's what it's going to
yes.
change. That's when it's going to change. Let's
Mhm.
go to another situation. Watching ESPN. Oh my God, Fox News. It's like Fox Sports. I said. It's like, oh my Lord. I don't know if you saw the new commercial. Like they teaching our boys, our young males, to be have that fall into that victimhood, and we letting it happen because when we talk about it, it's a problem.
What do you mean? Hold on. What do you mean by victimhood? Like police brutality victimhood?
No, when I say victimhood, it's saying that we can't do nothing. We have to ask our bully. We instead of hitting back, fighting back, either it don't have to be physically, it could be a mental thing. We
Mhm.
asking our bully to stop hurting us. We ask
Mm.
we asking all these different entities, all these different people, what can they do to help us? Men do not supposed to talk like that. I never saw it.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. What you about to say? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I said, hell, you're right. You were right. Men not supposed to. I cut you off. My
No,
bad.
that's all right.
Yeah.
So as I was saying, men do not put, with this victimhood. I don't see it when they don't promote it like they do us. We
Mm. Mm.
see us, you see us, you see us. No, you got to make them feel the pain. If they
That's
at you like that, you have to protect
that's
yourself. Even with
that's real.
I was watching Young Pharaoh, and he was saying the difference from the the white community, uh, and then the difference between the black community. He showed it the video, and I don't know if you saw the video when the brother was doing the crunk dance. Did you see that with the cops? And it was like some white girl next to him, and he said,
Oh, I think I saw.
yeah, he said this is the difference. And then you seen all these white guys talking about had rifles all over, AR-15s all over the place, and waiting for they was waiting for like protesters or whatever. They was just guarding.
Mm.
They guarding. See, that's manhood, and they want us to hate
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
They want brothers like us to fall in the trap on hating on men of other cultures protecting
Yeah.
their community. See, we don't.
Yeah.
They don't want us, and I'm not even talking about non-black people. I'm talking about black people. They don't want us, black men, to protect our community. With AR-15s, ready for whatever.
Oh, hell
You
no.
know what I'm saying? They speak crazy about other people doing it, And then if we speak on agreeing with that, we Uncle Tom's and this and that, the third, we don't know what we're saying. So let's go from here. Like, what do you what's the understanding? Why do we promote victimhood from us? Is it because we lack male, like real male guidance? Why do we let that happen from our entertainers and our pro sports guys? Just our entertainers in general.
I think it's because it's easy to be a victim. Victim don't got to do no work. The victim he get he get his ass whipped. He remain a slave. His community stay fucked up. So I think it's convenient because to get out to stop being a victim and to stand up is going to take a lot of work. It's going to take black families. It's going to take intelligence. It's going to take strategy. It's going to take planning. So much stuff that our people haven't done in 500 years, 400 years.
Yep.
So it takes a lot of change. We want, it goes back to the family structure. These women, they can easily bounce on you. White men will take care of them.
Yep.
It's more convenient. It's more convenient for them to do that than to stay with a man and deal with his shit.
And yeah. And it's one of the things that when we get blamed for, like with me, like I can't be the type of person that, let's say Candace Owens, homegirl, when she did that thing yesterday or day before yesterday, whatever it was, I didn't really agree on just about probably like 5% of it, 10% of it. And that percentage was keep on griping on what he did. Being as though that might be bad, but he can't defend himself. But
yeah, you gotta die.
Yeah, he died. He's dead. He can't defend himself. But the other shit she was saying, how we promote these different entities, as in Pookie and Ray Ray, or the educated lane. Either Ray Ray or the educated lane. We promote all this victimhood, is what I'm saying. We promote all. We don't promote the young man understanding he makes these type of mistakes. He needs to be accountable. It's like we don't want us to be accountable. It's like it's
wrong. That's
accountable.
Real. That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Real.
And the stuff, I don't know, did you hear her speak, her little thing she did? It's like 18 minutes long.
Nah, I didn't even know she made good points. Nothing. I thought she was just a bootlegging Negro. You absolutely make me want to listen to it.
She absolutely is, but at the same time, like you have to look at it in a big picture, a big picture. I'm not looking at it like this lady. Oh, she's saying everything right, but I'm gonna be real with you. That particular thing, it's like. I won't be me if I'll be looking at her like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear it. I'll be one of them that I'll be, that I'm so against. I'll be one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you making me want to listen. You making me want to listen to it now.
It's because you look at her, you want to slap the hell out of her. But if you don't want to beat the messenger up, I don't hit women, but your mindset. But you don't want to beat the messenger up.
Just take the message.
Take the message. Just take it. Just take it.
I didn't know she had some jewels in her message. So that's interesting.
It was the last one. I really think
it's just because the people I see that don't like her is, like you said, black people that victimhood black people.
That unaccountable.
They holding us down. They holding us back, and these thugs, and it's those types,
yeah. Yeah, and I don't want to keep on griping on her. I mean, like talking about her, but she made a lot of logical points. Other than she ain't make it. I don't think she made it for our benefit. Like okay, so we can learn from her. I think it might have been some of that, but I think she made it for White Daddy to see her and say, "Oh, okay, good job." But you know what I'm saying? But if you look at it again, if you take her words, just take her words and don't take the person, just take her words, you would say, "Oh, yeah, I mean, fuck yeah, she right." Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I'm about truth.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm all about
That's
truth.
What I'm saying. I don't care who's talking it. You know, every day.
You ever heard about Pastor? You ever heard about Pastor Manning?
No. Pastor.
He's a pastor, and he talks social commentary. You know, they kicked him off YouTube, but he said some things that black people found disrespectful too. I'll send you his video.
Oh, that guy used to make these. Yeah, I looked him up. Yeah, I know Pastor Manning. Black people hate him, boy. People hate
Even
him.
he got some jewels. He got some jewels though, man. Yeah. Sometimes.
Yep. And
he say some stuff.
Yeah, and again, as the young Ferber was saying, he was like, "Yo, I'm neutral when it comes to, you know, if somebody don't like speaking some real stuff, I can't. It could be a situation I can't even stand him or her. But if they're speaking some real stuff, I gotta listen to it. See, that's the difference from a man to a boy. You know, and that's the difference. I don't have to agree with everybody. As a matter of fact, most of the people that I've talked to, Ray, I don't agree with, because most of our people are liberals, or think the same. You know what I'm saying? Say the same bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the range thinking.
Yeah. So I'm used to speaking with people that I don't agree with. What if, you know what I'm saying? It comes with the territory when you being a man and you understand understand reality. What about yourself?
That's real.
What,
yeah.
So yeah, what about yourself when you see like stuff like that, when you can't even have a conversation with another man because he disagrees with you so much that he has to disrespect you?
Yeah, so many of our black men are so feminine, man. You know, black man got more sneakers than his mom's got shoes.
Absolutely.
City cap to match every outfit. We don't even understand that our whole being has become like women.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with dressing nice, matching, but you know, we are thinking, you know, 14 pairs of Jordan, 17 pairs, you know, and then it's crazy, bro. So a lot of men, that's why we got a lot of the black on black violence.
Yeah.
Instead of logically addressing a situation and coming to it as men, a black man want to get violent with another black man because we are basically women with penises.
Yeah.
Growing up in the black matriarch has created a generation of men with penises.
Absolutely.
I mean, women with penises.
I agree 100% on that. It's like,
so I don't even talk to them. Tell you the truth, I don't even talk to a lot of those matriarchal men. I have my small section of black men like us I deal with, and I don't venture out because they always got that feminine mindset of, you know, materialism, you know, I gotta get some Gucci shades and, you know, all this women stuff, man.
Yeah. And the whole situation with that is the fact of the matter is that they look at you like you're wrong. It's like, and then when you talk about certain things, how to choose a woman, how to be a provider and a protector, how to make your goals number one or what have you. And when they don't do none of that, they come to dudes like you for advice. And you know, until they wait until everything is done and they come to you for advice. That's my problem. It's like, bro, you need to start understanding, because I swear to God, as a 21-year-old, 19-year-old, people would tell me certain things that you better look for these different gems, these different situations that's going to happen in your life. And I'll be sitting there like, right. I remember years ago when I went to go to Virginia, whatever, homeboy dude was a straight pimp, but he was talking to me, and he was talking about the nature of making a whole a wife, and you can do it, whatever. I just remember this. I was like 21 years old. This is actually the same weekend of the 9/11. That's how I could remember. So, you know what I mean? And then I was like, what? Like, no, man. And he dropped it, and I said, oh, okay, I hear that. Because years people said you can't make no home to a white housewife. But just little stuff like that, you just have to listen. Like you might not go through it, but you gotta listen. And a lot of these feminine worshiping dudes don't want to listen. They rather listen to the same women that's making their life miserable. They rather, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Well, you're right about that, bro.
they rather do that and to jump on. And this is crazy how I'm gonna switch the segment because it's the same. Like different like Nike, the different entities of this. Like we giving these people all this money. We giving these people everything that we got as a black community, but we don't never want to support no black people. We don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't never want to have a little conversation with black men that might not agree with you all the way, but we ready to support everything that don't like us, like Nike, that don't even care for us.
Yeah.
And this is a shame for that. And so what you think about that of supporting, different businesses and different groups that really don't like you? You rather support them.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
That's real because I have a hard time getting people to buy my books, man.
Yeah.
I done sold a lot. I'm blessed, but a lot of times if it don't got that white stamp of approval, people don't want to mess with it. We don't find value in each other, man.
Right.
It was a saying in the Caribbean called "the white man's ice is colder."
Yeah.
When you heard that before?
Nah, I heard of that term. I'm from Jersey, so
Yeah, that means just for anybody that's listening, I'm selling ice and the white man down the street is selling ice, but you're gonna go to the white man because you think his ice is colder.
Yep.
Because you're psychological, you have been defeated, so you worship anything the white man got. That's why, we find value in hair weaves and wigs and Gucci and Prada and Nike. But let me and you make a sneaker. They're gonna be laughing. Let me make a sneaker and let your 17-year-old son wear it walking down the street. They're gonna be laughing at him.
Exactly.
But I gotta get ready to wrap it up, and I'll let you get your last point.
For sure, definitely. So anyway, the whole situation is, if we like we said before, we keep motivating anybody, any of these young men that want to listen, keep motivating them. It's not about these different entities like Nike, like the BLMs and stuff like that. It's about us growing in within. And again, send me your the information on your book and how to get that. Let people know as well on my time. Let them know my time.
You get it from riseofhealthconsciousness.com.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And get the books and get them right there.
And then send it to me, and I'm gonna share it on my page and everything. And also, I got the setup now. I can record the things that we will talk about and stuff like that, and I can send it to you and put it in. I can do all that now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I did that a couple of weeks ago. I'm gonna start doing that with a bunch of other interviews starting next week. I'm gonna start that going. But yeah, it's been a productive.
Until next time, bro. Until we get the next topic, I'll let you later. I'm gonna send you the information.
Oh, absolutely. All right, man. You take it easy. Have a good weekend.
Peace.